Good morning, everybody. I wanted to talk today about very interesting experiences I'm having with my own brain and how it's coming up with some brilliant excuses not to get on with things that I want to get on with, that are really focusing on my goals and ambitions. I just wanted to talk about it because it was very fascinating to me. So Friday, I was very busy completing on a property which I've been trying to buy for the last 4 months, but we've had various issues coming up, legal issues, and we've just been slowly overcoming them. When I say we, I mean me and my solicitor. We've been, going through various things. So it's been a long process, and on Friday was completion day. So this last week, really, there's been quite a lot of things that I've had to do, like as soon as possible. I like to respond to my solicitor as soon as she emails me. And get stuff done, get stuff signed, get stuff printed, get stuff sent back, scanned, so there's all sorts of bits and pieces to do. Anyway, finally completed, and it was a great celebration, it felt good. And then obviously Saturday and Sunday were days where I was resting, seeing family, doing more practical things. If you guys have listen to my other videos, I always do, all the more practical things around the house, laundry, cleaning, anything that needs to be done that sort of involves actual physical work from me, I do always on a Saturday and a Sunday so that I can really hone in on the really important things that I want to do through the week. And what was really fascinating to me was on Sunday I gave myself a really quiet day, and I wanted to give my brain a complete break. I didn't want to think about anything to do with work, any of the kinds of work, that I do. As you all know, I've got quite a few projects going on. I didn't want to think about anything. I just wanted like comedy and just silly things. And I was on my phone, I was on YouTube, and I was kind of scrolling and checking silly things out, and just whatever caught my fancy, I was having a look at. And I don't let myself do that usually. Even on weekends, I don't usually do that. I'm usually quite disciplined about what I do online. But Sunday, I was like, yeah, I guess, this, that, the other, just want to chill, just want to laugh, just want to be relaxed. And that's a really good thing in itself. I don't disapprove of doing that on a day off. But what was really interesting to me was that I noticed my YouTube algorithm changing, no longer showing me the usual stuff that I usually tune into. I usually watch a lot of stuff about conservation because I'm really interested in conservation, agricultural regeneration, that kind of thing, rewilding. That's really fascinating to me, and very much in line with my biggest goals. So I do tend to watch a lot of that. I do tend to watch a lot of motivational stuff, success stuff, business stuff. I also watch a lot of spiritual stuff. When I say watch, I actually listen. I don't really watch. I listen whilst I'm, walking or doing other stuff. Not usually while I'm walking, actually. Just while I'm going around the house doing things. But you know what I mean. It was so interesting to watch my algorithm changing. And all of a sudden I started not really seeing those kind of videos coming up in my feed anymore. And, YouTube was thinking, oh, okay, she's on this today. And I just thought, oh my goodness, this is literally how the brain works. When you give it something to focus on, it latches onto it and it starts focusing harder and harder and harder. And then, it starts to come up in your actual experience. And I thought, oh, this made me laugh. My brain is like a YouTube algorithm. Um, and, that was funny. That was funny to me. And kind of really hit me like, wow, our brains are so powerful. They really, and obedient, they really obey us. They really do what we tell them to do. So we have to be so careful what we tell them, And I just thought it was funny. And then, I got to, so that was Sunday. I got to Monday morning, and normally I'm up super early and I start to focus and I'm really excited about my week and all the projects I'm going to do. And I usually hit the ground running, and start. Oh, wow. I had every excuse. It was so fascinating to watch myself. I was like, oh, let me just check this one more funny video out. I was like, oh, well, I'm just drinking my coffee, so I can't start work yet anyway. So let me just check this one more thing out. Oh, let me just check this second thing out. Oh, let me just check this third thing out. Before I knew it, I'd gone from, you all know how early I wake up. I think I was drinking coffee in the kitchen about 4 a.m. I'd gone from 4 a.m. till 7 a.m. I was like, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, I haven't done the thing I wanted to do. Because normally I'd have done some writing, I'd have done one of these videos probably already, and I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh yeah, but it's really cold outside, so I don't think I'm even going to go for a walk. And I was like, that's amazing. Look at you. Look at what you're saying to yourself. I was like, oh, well, it's already light, so it's not really worth walking. And I thought, no, come on. And I forced myself then. I just got dressed and got my boots on and out I went. And then I was fine after that. I was like really on track. And then this morning, obviously, I'm on track again. So I just thought it was so interesting, And then I thought to myself, that's my usual habit. I'll usually start something amazing and then be like, oh, yeah, well, and I kind of waste time and I do little bits of this and little bits of that, and I kind of let it drift and I stop doing it, and then I forget about it, and then I suddenly think some amazing new project and I'm on that again now, and the old project's completely finished and I haven't even followed through with it. And I just thought, wow, is that how you've gotten to the age of 55 and, you haven't actually really done the thing that you personally, you've done a lot, but you've not really done the thing that you really, 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 really have always wanted to do. And I was like, wow, this is so fascinating. And then I had such a judgmental voice in my head. It was like really disapproving. And I was like, oh gosh, I hate that voice. And I knew the voice very, very well. And the image of my father is in my mind, and it's kind of like the way my dad used to behave with me. So this is familiar territory to me, and I'm like finding it quite easy to just let myself flow into that state of not doing the really wonderful things that usually make me feel amazing and happy and successful and full of dreams and ambitions and, succeeding, and going back into that state that's far more familiar to me, but is actually super uncomfortable, of like not really bothering, just letting things slide. I was like, wow, see how easy that was. That rabbit hole is still big in my head. That's a big rabbit hole that I'm so used to going down. And it's a real decision not to. And you have to kind of galvanize yourself and just remember why you're doing these things. I think that's so important. We have to have a really powerful reason as to why we are getting up early and doing the thing that we know pushes us forward, taking that small step every single day towards what it is that we really, really want, and allowing that momentum to occur every single day, and allowing that progress, and just understanding ourselves and listening to all those other voices that are going on in our head, which say, oh, don't bother, or oh, it's too cold, or oh, it's the weekend, so, you need to chill, or oh, it's Monday, and, the weekend was good, you chilled, and oh, just let yourself chill a little bit more. It's December, it's nearly Christmas. You could take, honestly, in my head, there was one thought was like, maybe I'll just stop until after January, after New Year, So, like, today is the 12th of December. I was like giving myself permission to not do one more single thing until after New Year. I was like, oh no, that's not going to happen. Come on, you gotta get on with it. At least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you've got to be taking those steps forward. But yeah, I just thought I would share that today with you guys, because I know that that's a really human thing, and I know we all struggle. And you know what? The biggest thing that you've got to battle with, it's yourself. It's nothing else, nothing else is that hard. But the way your own brain works, oh my days, it's phenomenally powerful, and you've just got to make a decision sometimes to just break your habits and scuttle back out of that rabbit hole and sit there and dust yourself off, and then turn and go down the other rabbit hole that you created, that you want to go down, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel like you're progressing. So yeah, I thought that would be an interesting topic for a video this morning. Anyway, have a brilliant day. Speak to you tomorrow.